Hey, let's write a letter doing a mail merge. So right now I need to go to mailings. I'm going to choose the select mail merge and I'm going to do the step-by-step. All right, 6 steps. First thing, it wants to know, what am I writing? Letter, envelopes, and it's letter. So I'm going to go ahead and click on next. Next, it wants to know, am I going to just type it and format it myself? And that's not going to happen. I'm going to use a template. So I'm going to choose that option. And then down here, I'm going to choose the template. I'm going to go to letters. I'm going to choose the first one because this is the one I see students have difficulty with. All right, so now let's go to next. Now it wants to know, where am I getting the information? And I have it all in Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to use an existing list. I'm going to browse. I have it in my downloads, so I'm going to go to downloads. There's my spreadsheet. And now it's going to pop up. And notices that I have a worksheet called customers, and that's what I'm going to use. And it also notices, well, it's asking, is that first row in that worksheet, does it have headers? And it does. So I'm going to click that too. And so then it opened up the worksheet. It recognized, okay, so these are our headers and here's your data, and all that's correct. So, okay, next. Now this is the most time consuming because this is where we're going to type in information. So I need a date. I'm going to put in my name. This next part where it says type the sender company name, this is the most important part. So anyway, these are all in brackets, meaning either update or delete. But this one I should never delete if I'm using this template, because right here, type the company name can only be updated when I updated this. I cannot come and click over here. So I'm going to call this Jurassic Park. And you can see when I tab out, this is going to change. And it changed to Jurassic Park. Now we need an address. Ooh. All right, now we need the recipient's name and address, and that's actually an address block, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to add an address block. So over here, you can see an address block. I'm going to just click on it. And now it's going to ask me some questions. Pretty much, how do I want it formatted? And this is exactly how I want it formatted, so I'll tell it okay. So it didn't come over the way it just did. It's just saying, hey, this is where we're going to put that information, and that's all I need for right now. I need a salutation. I'm going to get rid of their salutation, and I'm going to put my own. And in the Mail Merge Wizard, they call a salutation a greeting line, so I'm just going to click on greeting line. I could leave it, but it seems too formal, dear, with their first name, last name. So I'll keep the dear, but I'm going to scroll down and I just want their first name. Now I'm ready for the actual body of the letter. So that's where you would type everything. But one thing I do like is when they put my name in an actual letter, so it really looks like they're writing to me. So you could type something, put a comma, and then down here under more items, I could put in their first name. Close. Then I need a closing, sincerely. Mindy Carson, again, I see something in brackets, so either I have to delete it or update it. And I have everything. Of course, I would have more to the body of the letter. So now let's go to next. And when I did, you can see they're showing, hey, this is what it's going to look like. This is my my block, my salutation or my greeting line. And I can even step through to make sure they're all going to look fine. So I'm going to go to next. This is probably the most important step. I have to make sure that I edit individual letters. Right now, I'm just kind of working on just formatting. And I can see it's called Document 1. But when I click on Edit Individual Letters, tell it all and tell it okay, it's going to start preparing the whole mail merge. It's going through my spreadsheet. You can see it's thinking, and it's writing a letter for every single person. So I have 25 people, so it's writing 25 letters. And now I have a second document. This one's called Letters 1. And you can see I now have a letter to John Bender, to Claire, and so on. So I could save Letters 1. There's my mail merge. But if something's not quite right, I can come back here. Like for instance, I don't like that my blocks and all that, those are all gray to show like, hey, she inserted that in. So I could actually go home and I could change it all to black. I could unbold the stuff. And now it looks like, okay, she really typed it up. So let's go back to edit, tell it okay. Now it's going to rework all those letters in just a moment. And now you can see I now have letters too, and that one looks much better.